So today I'm going to be replacing the air cleaners on the old bus, 1970 Westphalia bus. There's nothing really wrong with them except, well, they don't match because this one broke over here. The cheap Chinese stamped parts fell apart, and if that happens, things could fall down your carburetor. So not good. I'm going to just take them both out and replace them with these scat units. They were about 20 bucks a piece. This was recommended by the local Volkswagen shop here. Still stamped Chinese crap, but a little bit better. There's really nothing that can fall down the carburetor if they break anyway. And I think this will look pretty good in here. Whole engine bay needs kind of a cleanup, but it's totally fine. There really isn't much to these air cleaners. There's a hose clamp just like the old ones. There's punch outs here if you do have the vapor recovery thing. This bus does not have any of that anymore. And I just popped everything apart here, but I could have just all put it right on there. See, if anything does fail on this thing, nothing's going to fall down the carburetor at least. Take the old ones off, it was simply loosen the hose clamp and take them off. While I had it apart, I checked that the choke is properly closing. It's hard to tell because it's still, engine's still kind of warm, so they're a little bit open, but it starts okay, so I shouldn't mess with it. There's no real trick to putting these carburetor bases on, except this hose clamp that's down there. Make sure the screw is in a position where you can easily get to it with a screwdriver. Now there's plenty of room in this engine bay, so it's not too much of a problem. Both of them I set that way. I just took the hose clamps off if I needed to and repositioned it so I can easily get to it with a screwdriver to get them on and off. And there you have it, all installed. The only other hint I might give is make sure there's enough clearance between this electrical choke wire and the carburetor that it can't short out. That would be bad. Other than that, super easy. 5-minute update to the bus. Now it looks like a respectable, well, almost respectable engine compartment. This blue wire draping down over the middle of everything isn't so cool, and this loose wire, I don't know what that goes to, but it's a problem. Next I'm going to address this missing hose clamp right there and get a new fuel filter. A couple of people had told me that the rear taillights weren't working, so I'm coming to check them out. I see there's a lot of corrosion inside here. I got new LED bulbs for the back so they'll never ever burn out again. And I'm going to clean up these sockets and then try out the new bulbs. With the Dremel, I got in there and really honed it out. Did this much better with two hands before. You can see the general. Now I'm going to lightly touch up these contacts with this tool, like a little end mill. That'll get any of the corrosion that's left on there out. So I found the problem with the taillight. This battery was put in on top of the wiring and seems to have pulled the wire off the back of the taillight. It's just kind of hanging there. So I'm going to pull the battery back up and try to get that back on there. This wire is also off, and I figured out that's the oil pressure sender. I'll take care of that. Hey, junior mechanic, did we fix it? Tell me. He's being shy. So we put these LED taillights in here instead. This will never blow out. Victor fixed them? Victor helped. He was very helpful.
Thank you, Victor.
Now I just tested and it's all ready to go. The wiring is back on. I swapped out the fuel filter. This is the old one. Pretty nasty. There's the new one. I have to shorten the line also. because when I tightened it back up it was leaking because the old fuel line started to split. This is the old line. See, it gets those cracks in there. So just cut a little short piece off. Still enough hose, although it's a little bit tight. I may go get a longer piece, but all good now. Just gonna leave everything open to air out. Make sure there's no gasoline trapped and make sure there's no more leaks before I try to fire it up again.